if you are interested in how to make this icon appear on the top of the player using animation player, how to animate and how to change the position of the icon in code, just stay tuned because this episode is for you. And also, if you want to know how this icon system top on the left works, you only need to see this video and the previous one. So how we are going to code this? Very simple. In the function called onComboAdded, let's go to find our signals of the turn highlighted glove on off, okay? And let's take the different positions. So let's copy this one, where we are going to create before this function, the add or subtract one to attack, we are going to create this function that will be called like turn on off icons, okay? And here we are going to store the three signals, okay? We're going to store the three signals. So we took the first one. Let's take the position 2 that is here in the second combo check, and let's put it here. And let's do the same with the position 3. So let's go to position 3 and copy and move it here, okay? So now that we have this highlighted, now we have a new function, okay? And don't forget that this signal is emitted in the fight scene and is in charge to turn on or off the highlighted glove. Okay, remember that we have in one icon group, we have an icon to turn that is not highlighted and another one that is highlighted. And right now the highlighted one is turning off, okay? So how we are going to code this to the amount of punches that we need? When we have amount of punches equal to 0, this means that none of the icon is turned on, right? Because we haven't done any combo. So we need to set all these booleans to false, okay? In order to do that, we need to add some arguments, okay? So these three arguments, there will be like 3 booleans in charge of this booleans, okay? So let's write this. For example, let's put position 1, position 2, and position 3. Let's put that this has to be a boolean, okay? Let's call it that this has to be a boolean. And let's put, for example, let's copy highlighted because I want to more than position 1. This could be related to the position, so I don't want this. Let's put highlighted icon 1 on off. Okay, I know that I'm a little bit picky with the with the name, but then it will be good if we can decipher like really fast when we see the argument, okay? So let's write icon 2 and let's just copy this and put icon 3, okay? And we are going to copy this here because are the arguments that will be maybe true, maybe false, depends on the position and the situation, okay? For example, in the as we said, in the amount of punches 0, the icon visibility is 0 and there is not a highlighted icons, right? So let's just copy the function and say that in this function will be false, false, and false, right? So this means that the position 1 will be highlighted, the visible will be turned to off, and so on. Okay? So this means that when we have the amount of punches 0, all the highlighted icon will be not visible. And this is what we want. So now I want you to see something. For example, imagine that I dodge like 3 punches of the enemy, okay, of the opponent, and I do, for example, 1, 1. Do you think this is like very fair to the player, right? And this is what we don't want, because this is not like a true boxing fight, right? Because what we want, in some ways, is to give a player some time to perform the combo. If he doesn't perform the combo, it turns to 0 again, okay? So what we want is something like this, fast, right? And right now, we need to fix this. So how we are going to do that? So in the player script, if we go to the on combo timer out, this is the time that we give the player to perform the combo that he has to perform, okay? And we give the player, I don't know how much time it is, I don't remember. I think it's like, let me see in the sim. We give to the player 1 second. Okay, 1 second to perform the 3 punches. And if the player doesn't do the right combo, we just clear the array that the input that he was given to us, okay? But what we want is also to hide the icons, turn the amount of punches to 0, hide and make the visibles icons to not visibles, okay? So we don't only want to do this, so we want to do more things, okay? So let's do this. First, we need to create a function to all the icons visibility, okay? To the position 1, position 2, and position 3 of the icon visibility. Because here we have a icon visibility signal that is, I think it's enough, because it's like true, false, true. Let me see. Yeah, it's the position 1, position 2, and position 3. So we can just copy this, okay, and say, okay, so when the time is out, we clean the input of the player. All the icons visibility are turned off. They are turning to off, okay? The amount of punches is equal to 0. So the player needs to dodge again. The icons back to default. Let me check again this function. Okay, we don't need to write anything here. Icon back to default, and highlighted. How was the name of the function of the highlighted? Turn on off icons will be also turn off, okay? So let's put turn off will be false, 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 okay? And what more? The amount of punches will be 0, and we are going to call the random combo function, because it's the last thing that we want to do, okay? So we raise the input of the player in order to give him to the player the possibility of create another input, okay? Then we hide all the icons Then we put all the icons back to the scene where they belong. Then we turn off if there is any highlighted icon. And then the amount of punches of the player is 0, so he needs to dodge again. And then we call to random combo to create a new combination. Okay? And also if you want us to just fix the problem that we have, that you see that every time we play we have this problem, is because that say, okay, we cannot get the pairing. Is because when we get the random combo, we first need to send all the icons back. Okay? So in order to generate the random combo, we always need to get in the scene of the fight scene, we need to have this clear. Okay? We don't need to have any of this sprite inside of the position. I mean, any of these icons in this position. Okay? Because when we create the combo is when they enter. So if they enter, they try to pick it. The function try to pick the sprite. If the sprite is in this position, it cannot take it because it's already taken, right? So this is why we need to say always back to default before the random combo. Okay? So let's see how it works. If we have now time. So for example, let's do this 1, 2, 3, and let's do 1, 2, and yeah, we have a problem. Attempt to call a function get tell embeds a null instance of a null instance. Turn highlighted gloves. I think maybe it's because we first need to, let's try to put the turn off on off icons first, to put it here before the visibility. Okay, let's try to do it that way, and then we move the icons. Let's try to do it that way and see if it works. So let's try it again. 1, 2, and 3, and we do 2, 2, and we do that. Okay, and it seems that now it's working. As you can see, we have a new combination, and we do 1, 1, and we don't do it fast enough, so we have a new combo. Okay, and let's try to do 1, 2, 1. Okay, and as you can see, we don't have this back anymore, so we have fixed 2 problems in one time. Okay, and now let's try like different situations to try to find bugs in this system that we have created. For example, let's try to hide and just hit 1 and see what happened. Okay, and let's try to dodge 2 and 2 to 1. Okay, disappear with no problems. Let's try to, for example, receive, and then let's do 1. Okay, it seems that is also working. Let's try to do 3. Let's take a punch. Let's dodge, and let's try to do if we fail, I think it's okay. This is what we want, because when we fail, the icon disappear. So let's try, for example, 2, 2, 1. I think it's okay. Everything seems to work as expected. We obviously need to change this because the game cannot finish here. Okay, so let's continue. So now let's code how to make this icon appear, okay, from the top of the player. And as you can see, the position of the animation player is changed, and we are going to do this in code. It will be very interesting, very interesting. So let's do it. In order to code that, I have created a new icon that you can download from the project, okay, in this video. And what we need to do is to create a new scene. Okay, it will be a 2D scene, and inside of this scene, Shift A, Control A, sorry, we are going to create an animation player. Okay, this animation player will contain a sprite. Okay, and this sprite will be the one that we have created. Okay, of course we need to make it smaller, so let's transform this. Let's try, for example, scale to 0.2 maybe. Let's see how it works, and then we decide. Maybe it's too small, we don't know. Okay, in the animation player, let's create a new animation. Will be called punch going up. Okay, this will be the name of the animation. And then we need to add 2 tracks. The first track will be a property track that will be from the sprite, will be a transform, right? But this is not the way. Let me remember. Maybe if yes, it creates the track if you just key here. And the other one, it's if I don't remember, let's see, visibility, that it will be, let me see if it's self-modulate. I think it's self-modulate, yes. And in the self-modulate, what we want to pass is from visible to not visible in one. So let's just, for example, make this, if I'm not wrong, is this one maybe? No, this will turn black. Yes, this one. So we want to make it that like this, and cancel, and we modulate this. Okay, so as you can see, if we move the animation, we make it visible and invisible. And then in position, let's go to the sprite, and in this key we want to set the glove. In this key we want to set the glove in 898 494. Okay, and why we want this position? Because we want the this is the right dodge. Okay, it will appear in the right dodge animation. And now let's create another sprite of the position. Okay, and this position will be in 444, so it will going up. Okay, so let's see how it works, because now the icon is here. Okay, so the animation will do like this. Let's hit play. You see? So it's like gaining a punch. Ching. We are gaining a punch. Okay, so it's okay. The way that we have done the animation is good enough. So let's go to scene and save the scene. For example, animation gain punch. Okay, so let's call like this, and let's call also the node like this, animation gain punch. Okay, so the next thing, very easy, right? We need to instance the scene. Let's see all the things that we have, and now we need to instance animation punch. Okay, so first let's go to editable children. Let's put the animation game punch to editable children to see that we need to get this animation player node. Okay, so let's go to the fight scene. Let's open a little bit, and let's call a new onReady node. Oh, so it will be onReady bar. It will be animation player. Let's put, for example, gaining punch. Okay, and let's put that this must be an animation player. Okay, and say get node, for example. We can put get node this time, and let's just go to our scene. Wait a moment. I remember that I have seen something today. Let's try. Okay, so what I have seen today in a Godot video, if we hit Control and no, I thought it will be appear, but it doesn't appear. So let's do it anyway. onReady bar, animation, gaining punch. This will be animation player, right? And let's get the node that will be animation player. Okay, animation gain punch, animation player. Okay, so now that we have this node called, we need to create a function. That is a very interesting function. Let's call this function animation player gaining punch. Okay, and it will be very interesting. Let's put an argument that will be called direction, and this has to be a string. We can dodge to the right or to the left. Okay, so this is why we need this argument that is called direction. And now we need to create two variables. The first one will be, for example, going up animation. Okay, and this animation will be the node that it was called animation gaining punch. Animation gaining punch, and we'll set get animation and the name of the animation that we have created, that it was punch. Let's copy punch going up. Okay, let's write it. Punch going up. Okay, literally, it needs to be literally. Let's see, punch going up. Okay, and then let's create another variable that this is a very interesting one. You will see why. Going up animation position track. So we are going to take the animation gaining punch. Okay, from this animation we are going to find track. No, but it has to be from going up animation. Going up. Wait. I'm making difficult. Is going up animation. Find track, and the track will be called position. Okay, so we want to get this, and this is the way. Very interesting, right? If we, for example, write self-modulate, we are going to take this track. So love this this function. And now let's code the conditions. If direction is equal to dogging right, something will happen. Elif is direction is equal to dogging left, so we do another thing. Okay, and either way we're going to play the animation, right? So animation, what happened here? We need to put double equal. Yes, so let's put animation gaining punch, right? Play, punch going up. Okay, so we are going to set the position between depending if we are dogging right or dogging left. And let's see this because it's very, very interesting. So for this, let's go to the search help and let's put, for example, animation. Okay, let's see this class. I always see the documentation. Don't forget to also see, because here you see all the methods, all the things that you can do in Godot. Okay, so in this time we need to see this. Okay, track set key value. In this method, what we want is first to set the track index. And what does it mean, track index? So this is position will be 0 and self-modular will be 1. Okay, so it depends on the index 0, 1, 2, 3, depending on the tracks that we have. Then the key, this will be 0 and this will be 1. Okay, so we start to count from 0. And then the value in this case, because we want the icon to be in one side of the screen, and then when we are dodging left we want to be on the other side of the screen, right? So it will be a vector 2D. Okay, so this vector will set the position depending if the we are dogging right or we are dogging left. Okay, and this is very, very cool because we are from script we are changing the values of the key in the animation. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go to the fight scene and go back here. So if direction is dogging right, so animation gaining punch. Okay, and then set key value, it was the, let me see again, the name, it was track set key value. Okay, track set key value. So let's put track set no, it's because I need to, it needs to be going up animation for sure. Track set key value. Okay, and now remember, index is equal to 0 because the track that we want to get is position. Then the key that we want to change is number 0. Okay, and the value will be a vector 2 with this I need to see, one moment, the coordinates. Let's save first. 898 494 for the right. Okay, and we copy this because we also need to change the value of the second key, this key. Okay, because we don't want them to move, we just want them to go up, right? So it will be 50, right? 50 pixels to the up, going up, right? And for dodging left we do the same, but don't forget that we need to say the key value of 1. Okay, this is key 0 is this one, and 1 is this one. Okay, so let's copy this and change the values. Let me see one more. So the value that we need to change is 540. 540. Okay, so this is to the left. Okay, when we dodge to the left, we are taking this position, but the going up will be the same. Okay, it will be the same. And then we play the animation. How cool is this? I think it's a very cool thing, right? Okay, but now that we have this function, we obviously need to connect, because we are saying that we have an argument here that is called direction. It's named direction. Okay, and it's dogging right or dogging left. Where we have these conditions in the player script. Okay, in the function on enemy is attacking. Remember that if the enemy perform a left jab, we can dodge or we can receive a hit. Okay, so let's first create the signal that will be, for example, here. Signal, let's call it, for example, dodge successful. Okay, successful. So let's create the signal, for example, called dodge successful. Okay, and we emit this signal in the on enemy is attacking. Okay, so if the player is left dodging, he has dodge, right? So let's here emit the signal, dodge successful, and let's emit the string that we want. That will be dogging. In this case, is dogging left. Okay, so let's copy dogging left. Okay, and the same, we do the same for when the player is dogging right, right? So player is dogging right, he's not getting his dogging successfully, so we just copy this and put it here. Okay, and now that we are emitting the signal, for sure we need to connect it, because it's not going to work. So here in the func ready of the fight scene, let's put player node connect dodge successful with self with a function called animation player gaining punch. Okay, so now it's connected. So let's see now if it's work. So we gain an attack and we dodge, and we gain 1, and we gain 1, but something is like not working well, because as we see, when we dodge left is okay, maybe the icon is too small, but we need to put it in different positions. We need to fix these positions, right? Let me see. Okay. Okay, I think it's like too small, right? Let's make some change. So how we are going to do this? Old school, okay? Let's go, for example, to the player scene, and in the player spine, let's put that in animations, debug, no, preview. In preview, let's do that the preview animation will be right dodge. Okay, so now let's save it, and let's go to the fight scene, and yeah, let's move this in the place that more or less it looks cool. Okay, And also let's save it here, and in the animation game punch, let's make this bigger, because at least let's make it, for example, 0.4. Okay, 0.4, and see how it looks. Maybe too big. No, I think it's okay, right? And then we just have this position. Okay, let's just copy this position and go to the fight scene and put it as dogging right. We need this. Okay, this like will be the first one, and then let's go to the sprite and copy this one. Okay, and put it here. And then, if I not wrong, we need to port 0.4.7. Okay, and let's do the same for the left side. For the left side, let's do the same. Let's preview the animation, throttle left touch. Okay, let's save it, and let's go to the 2D, and in the fight scene, let's move this icon to a suitable position like this, for example, could be good. So let's see the transformation. That will be 693445. Let's save it, 693445. 693 445, 693 here, and we need to take 50 from here. 395. Okay, so let's see how it works now. Let's see if it's work or not. It should work. So done. Oh, now it looks good. So okay, we have our icon settled. And now we gain the punches, and then ton. Okay, this is starting to look good. So guys, see you in the next episode. If you have reached until the end, don't forget to give a thumbs like, and thank you for watching. See you next week with more and hope better. See you guys.
I can feel it where this goes.